And fans admit that the Twins haven't made the playoffs in a minute here, but team spokespeople hope that will all change during tonight's game at 7:10.
I mean, talk about magical. That's what you play the game for. That's why you're a fan. It'd be awesome to share with our fans.
So Hodgson went on to say that these tickets, they're going to go fast. So again, that sale starts at 10 this morning, and you can check it out at MLB.com/Twins.
Exciting stuff. 7:10 tonight. All right. Thank you, Cece.
All right. Another news here at 6:04. New overnight in the last 4 hours. We've learned about a new deadline set in the massive auto worker strike. Union leaders say more workers could walk off the job at 11 this morning. And that's if major progress with the three big automakers isn't made by 9 o'clock this morning. If negotiations fall short, the union president will announce where these new strikes will happen. As of this morning, nearly 13,000 auto workers are on strike. And all eyes on Hollywood this morning. Writers are just hours away from meeting with studio executives for a third day in a row. A Hollywood source told NBC both sides are close to landing a deal that could end the 4-month strike.
Now to an update this morning on a breaking story we first shared with you yesterday on Sunrise. Police now say a deadly shooting in Minneapolis may have started as an armed robbery. It happened right outside of the 4th Street Saloon. That's on West Broadway, Wednesday night. Investigators believe the armed robbery was interrupted, which led to someone pulling out a gun. A 29-year-old man died at the scene, and a second man showed up at HCMC with injuries. So far, no one is in custody.
A trial date is now set for a man accused of shooting at a co-worker at the Lund Boat Company in New York Mills. Otter Tail County officials say in February, 21-year-old David Gadsden got into an argument with a co-worker and opened fire. Gadsden is charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Jury selection is set to begin on October 3rd. $10,000. That's the reward this morning for anyone with any information leading to the arrest of a Minnesota murder suspect released from a jail in Indiana by accident. The suspect is 28-year-old Kevin Mason. Right now, more than 300 officers, along with the U.S. Marshal Service, are searching for him. He was released from custody in Marion County, Indiana, last week due to a clerical error.
It led us to leads outside of Indianapolis to include parallel investigations currently underway within other cities.
Investigators haven't said which other cities they're searching. Mason faces a second-degree murder charge in connection with a shooting in 2021 outside of Shiloh Temple in Minneapolis.
Now to an update on a massive data breach at the U of M. The university tells us notices are being sent out this morning to anyone who may have been affected. And there are a lot of people who may have been affected because get this, we're told the database, which was hacked, included anyone who was connected to the U of M between 1989 and August of 2021. That includes staff, students, and prospective students who may have given personal information, any personal information. The university confirmed cyber criminals accessed names, addresses, and social security numbers earlier this year. People impacted are being offered links to credit checks and identity monitoring services.
The state's new Office of Cannabis Management now has a new leader. Governor Walz tapped Aaron Dupree to direct the agency. Dupree is the vice president of sales at Lunacy Cannabis Company out of Apple Valley. She also has a background as a small business owner and business startup consultant.
This morning, a new study says working from home is better for the environment. Researchers from the National Academy of Sciences found remote workers could cut their carbon footprint by more than 50% compared to in-office employees. Hybrid workers can also make a big impact. Working from home 2 to 4 days a week could cut emissions between 11 and 29%. New U.S. Census data released in the last 24 hours shows the percentage of Minnesotans working from home last year is more than 17%. That is down, however, from almost 4% compared to the all-time high set during the height of the pandemic. And that new data also gives us a detailed look at diversity in Minnesota. It shows the largest non-white populations include Mexican, African American, Hmong, Somali, and Asian Indian. People of color make up nearly 25% of Minnesota's population. State demographers hope the 2020 census will play a better role in supporting them.
When there are programs or policy interventions or even employers looking to find workers, we have a much better sense of the languages that people might speak and the culture that they're part of. These are all kind of details that are helpful for a lot of different people.
So the census data also shows people of color in Minnesota are younger than the white population.
We have new numbers in this morning from the state's latest drought report. It shows parts of the state are down a foot of rain, putting them in an exceptional drought, something that's only happened twice in the past 23 years. Over 1/4 of the state is experiencing extreme drought conditions, and that's hitting the corn crop really hard, with farmers starting to harvest. They tell us that they're probably going to only salvage about 60%. Which also means the corn's smaller, with less kernels, and cobs 20% shorter than usual.
Probably the first week of August was our first substantial rain where we caught over an inch. So we were living hand to mouth with moisture all summer long.
It has not been the year for farmers. Climatologists say it would take a record amount of rain this fall just to climb out of this drought. And I know you've been forecasting rain. Some spots are going to get more than others, but it's so needed.
Yeah, no, this is a lot of rain that could come. I mean, if you get a thunderstorm, you could pick up 2 or 3 inches.
Which will help.
Huge.
Big dent.
Oh yeah, this is huge. It could be a drought buster, and you don't want your weekend ruined, right?
Right.
And it's kind of awkward, right? I think this could be good news. We might get the best of both worlds. We might get a lot of rain, and you still might be able to salvage part of your weekend. 67, we climbed a degree. How in the world do you warm up when the sun doesn't come out? Cloud cover. If you put some clouds over you, you can actually warm yourself up by reflecting the heat back to the surface. That's pretty cool and super nerdy. 61 in St. Cloud right now, so there's that cloud cover that I talked about. As that moves in, what it does is it gives you a warmer morning, but then it gives you a cooler afternoon. Warmer morning with clouds, cooler afternoon. Mainly dry. So how would I dress? I dress summer clothes and then pack. If the kiddo's got a backpack, I would put a raincoat in there. I probably wouldn't put the raincoat on because it's not raining right now, and there are low chances for rain. It's more of a backup plan. We'll make it into the 70s today. We were in the middle 80s yesterday. Way less sunshine today, but still well above average. So today is a dry day, so let's just, besides that 20% afternoon shower. As we go to Saturday morning, this is not a giant blob of rain. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. So scattered showers and storms possible during the day. There will be a break. Late morning, early afternoon, I bet you we have 2 or 3 hours of dry time. Then we track this thunderstorm. This is the best chance for rain the entire weekend. Watch this storm system. If you live in western Minnesota, it's probably more of a wet Saturday. This storm system will come into the Twin Cities in the evening. And once that starts, I think we'll see quite a bit of rain. That's where we'll see our heaviest rain, 6 p.m. Saturday to 6 a.m. Sunday. If you're in that time slot, think of a plan B. Outside of it, I would keep my plans and prepare for rain. Does that make sense? 78 degrees today. Isolated shower possible. 76 on Saturday for the first official day of fall. Cool it down with rain early on Sunday, but I think a dry slot, maybe a little dry weather, is possible by Sunday afternoon.